général, généreux, générous, bref. rockjmt, V0oid et Summit se préparent pour du Donkey Kong Country Trilogy All Stage on Any Person sur la SNES. Êtes-vous prêtes? Les boys, c'est à vous!
Bon, ben. Ah, je sais pas c'était quoi ce bruit-là. What's up? I'm rockjmt. I will do Donkey Kong Country 1 all stages. I'm with two runners, and we have a couch, so I let them present themselves and say what game they're gonna do.
Yes, for sure. I'm Morris QC. I used to run DKC3 when I was young, and now I'm an old bummer. And that's gonna be fun. How about you?
I'm Lena Kitty. I'm running DKC2. I've practiced the 1, 2, and I know a bit of 3 too, but I will probably let Mork for 3.
Yeah, I know a little bit about 3, even though I haven't played the game in 10 years, but don't worry about it. It will all come back.
Perfect.
All right, so Rock, I guess whenever you want to set up and get ready.
Yep.
Logo. Just the beginning of Donkey Kong Country is so iconic, man. Like there's this very unique charm about the Donkey Kong Country trilogy that I find absolutely appealing. And I think we're not the only one, right? So, yeah.
The composer is so amazing.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
Right there, Rock did a trick that is called funky playing. Basically, is holding. He's mashing down when Cranky appears on screen while pressing start, and we will have Funky on the map to go a little bit faster.
So on that, I will count down, and we're gonna start that. So 3, 2, 1, go.
So for people that are new with the Donkey Kong Country series, obviously it's a side platformer, but regarding speedrunning in general, you'll notice that most of the time we'll be running into enemies like so, because when you do, you get quite a big amount of speed from that. And the first occurrence of Donkey Kong Country, this one, is very well known for that in the speedrunning community to be benefiting from that very easily. So as you can see there, we got rid of Donkey Kong, and right afterwards we were just running through the enemies like it was nothing.
You won't see Donkey much in the run. Basically, if you're Donkey, you're pretty much dead in this game.
Donkey's dead.
Yeah.
Tell your parents. So in this one we're playing a category called All Stages. The reason we don't call it any percent is because there is a category of any percent in Donkey Kong that includes an impressive amount of glitches in order to reach the end in a very short amount of time. We're talking about 7 minutes or so,
yeah,
right?
7 minutes-ish.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes it for a really interesting speed run, I believe. But in this case, we want to get through all the stages, which is basically what we're doing anyway in all the other Donkey Kong countries. So it's going to be coherent with the whole trilogy sequence here.
Yeah. So basically, every time Rock roll into an enemy, he gains momentum and more movement speed the more he does it. So that's why you always try to roll into as much as possible. Here we just saw a trick called quick crawl space. Basically, if you hold down while jumping in a crawl space, you don't do that crawling animation. And if you press Y at the right time, you skip the crawl space. And it saves a little bit of time here and there.
Exactly. Don't be surprised if we're going to talk about tricks here and there, like pretty much the entirety of the run. There's so much to explain, and so little time to do so. So we'll bear with us. We'll try our possible to do so.
And this beautiful music everyone probably knows about. So iconic to this game.
The amount of times I've slept on this music, you have no idea.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even on original hardware. Like my big brother was playing right aside of me on the Super Nintendo, and we just left it open on this level.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and just left. Yeah, I have like a very big history with Donkey Kong Country Trilogy in general. Yeah. Same thing for DKC3, I guess. Yeah.
So basically here we're using Hangard because it goes faster in the water and stage already done.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna see that we have a fanfare on the map. If you press quickly enough, you skip a little bit of the fanfare. It's almost 3 seconds, I think 2.5, something like this every time. So over the course of the game, that's a lot of time saved.
Absolutely. You want to save all those seconds as possible. And
Yeah.
sometimes even tricks are getting completely reinvented, and sometimes
Yeah.
tricks are even super hard.
Oh.
I missed that one. It's fine.
Yeah, I was about to talk about it.
Okay, quite
We'll see it
commentary
again.
curse on that one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
We'll see it again later.
Exactly. It's one of those games basically where like when you complicate the trick sometimes it becomes exponentially harder to do, but most often than not it's going to save like maybe a second or two.
Yeah.
Most. These games have been well optimized at this point.
And a lot of those tricks also lose a lot if you fail them.
Yeah. I love how like every time the beaver is like surprised that you jumped on it. It's like, oh, can't believe it. Only 5 jumps on it and it does a trick.
Yeah, I mean,
On-
being a beaver, having monkey coming out of nowhere jumping on me, I would probably do the
Yeah, but
same.
not only monkeys, but like a monkey with like a cap and a shirt.
Yeah.
But no pants though. That would be too much. That would be that would not be believable. So yeah, in this one, I think I need to be
Yeah.
remembered of like, do we do like a jump roll in this one or not?
No, not this one.
Not this one. Okay.
The first one gonna be in third world. No, actually in this world, but
this
later
one?
on, yeah.
Understood. We're gonna explain it once this happens.
Yeah.
No need to explain it beforehand. Yeah,
Well, we'll see when we get there.
exactly.
So we got a skip the whole level there. It's they've intended barrel.
Absolutely, completely intended by the gaming mechanics, so you
Yeah.
just to get into the barrel. You'll notice as well that in DKC2 and DKC3, you're going to have a bunch of them at the beginning of the levels, and more especially, I think it's like the first 2 worlds in both games, so you'll see them pretty much all over the place. As you can see, the trick that we were talking about,
The crawl space.
yeah, the crawl space is just amazing. It helps so much in getting fast, and in that case, like you had to time it in a way that you don't get hit by the bees as well. It's purely skill-wise there.
Yeah, and there is quite a couple across the game.
Yep. OG. I don't know why I said that. I just saw the letter O and G. But yeah,
The G letter, the classic.
indeed.
So here another dev intended strat. If you just go backward, you skip the whole level.
And you have to encounter these guys that I don't recall how they're named.
Oh boy. I don't know either.
If someone in the chat knows how they name, please
Yeah.
type it. I'm not going to read it because I don't have the phone with me, but yeah. I mean, you're going to be the winner of the chat at this moment.
So here we will have a fun trick called Super Jump with DK later. We'll see it soon enough. Right there, and there is a barrel there that is only accessible with DK, but normally you need to get a tire that's really far into the level and it takes a lot of time. So by using that super jump, which I won't go into detail,
It's fine.
but you can reach it faster.
Exactly. For this trick, I want to say a shout out to Hey89, which is a YouTuber I found back then, saying, hey, I found tricks with DKC3 using that guy. And then people went into his entire channel and said, hey, there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he discovered a lot of DKC glitches. And he's not even part of any community, he just does that for fun online and with quite a few subscribers. So shout out to that guy. He's been helping the community and he might not know about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people discovering trick in this game. Even nowadays, there's still new trick discovered.
Yep.
One that we might see later on.
My good people, do we have time for a special announcement?
Do we have
Yeah.
time? Yeah, I believe so. Go ahead.
Okay. So unfortunately, due to a situation beyond these controls, Kitman 222 will not be able to present just Shape and Beat tonight. So D&D Nat will take over with Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Alucard Any Person. The show must go on. Donc malheureusement, Skateman 222, pour des raisons personnelles, ne pourra malheureusement pas être présent pour sa run de Shape and Beat. D&D Nat le remplace avec Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Alucard Any Person. Donc merci beaucoup.
So here is a trick that is really complicated. It's a frame perfect trick, but Rock using a setup there that make it easier for this stage. Oh.
We unfortunately missed it, but
Yeah.
it's fine because it's going to give us the time to maybe explain the trick a little bit more. So yeah, as you notice, like there's a lot of things in the game that can happen that confuses the game in terms of what's happening on the screen and the memory itself. So sometimes giving get values that the game is not really supposed to happen. So hopefully this time we'll be able to recreate it in a different manner. And there you go. We did like a variant of the trick that we were talking about. So what we just did just there is that we give a certain amount of height to Diddy, and therefore it's actually enough to just almost clear the entire level.
Yeah, basically Diddy is going up all the time while you're holding B, and you need to release B at certain points,
Yep.
so it comes down before the end. If you just hold B until the end and wait, you can be there for a while.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh,
it go infinitely.
There,
in the
oh,
air.
that's something I didn't know. Thank you
Yeah.
for clarifying. There's a lot of birds in the way.
Yeah, and even with this trick that is a little bit slower, it's still a lot faster than doing the whole level.
Yeah, I do agree. Because normally you would be able to roll into them, right, and try to gain speed from that. But yeah, that is just simply faster in general. Yeah.
There is a lot of places where this trick come back. We'll surely see it before the end of the round. And like I said, it's a frame perfect trick, so getting it is not as easy.
The first DKC, as I said earlier, is like one of the ones that benefits the most from rolling into enemies. If you chain them specifically and press inputs at the right time, you could be rolling for a really long amount of time, as you can see. Very beneficial in going fast. We'll be able to see that as well in the other DKCs, just not at the same extent. So enjoy this one while it lasts.
But yeah, you always want to be rolling, and you always jump at the end of the roll, because if you don't, your roll just like cut off,
Yep.
and you stop moving. So that's why you keep seeing Rock rolling, jumping. So here's another fun trick. So we're going to the next stage, but are we going it by word 3? No, we're going there by word 1. So that's a trick called map warp. So if you press at the right frame on the edge there, you get to this stage, and you get at the end of the stage. So you skip the whole level, which is a really long level.
It's quite funny. Like you can do that actually from a fresh file. So if you start a fresh file and go there and try to mash buttons exactly in the intersection between two levels, you're able to go back to this specific stage as well. You can set up quite a bunch of crazy tricks as well in the 80% category, but we're not covering that today.
Yeah. 80% is a lot of glitches, but all stages is already impressive skill-wise too. So.
Yep.
It is a lot better to see too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit more complicated to explain the 80% one, because like, you have 7 minutes to explain everything that's happening at once, or you could go the other route and say, look, magic, and then things happen, right? This one wasn't too bad. Yeah. Nice. I love the way that you got off from Vanguard and just went there. That's amazing. So now we have to fight Zinger, right?
Yeah, Queen Zinger.
There it is. She's very mad about Kongs being in the way. Then again, like, why did she need a banana for?
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably guarding it for Kirol, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, she's like in a swamp of bananas.
I hope they get a decent salary for guarding this, because that's a lot of work.
I'm not sure if that counts as salary. Like maybe honey? I don't know. No, not honey, because they don't need it. They make it. What do bees eat? No, flowers. Yeah, I guess. There you go. I swear I have basic knowledge of...
So we already at War 4 like this.
It goes quite fast, guys. You'll see it. I think that all stages 1 is like, there's an estimate of like 45 minutes or something?
A little bit less.
A little bit less, right?
For Rock. I know he's doing it faster.
Is he doing it?
Nice. Nice.
Got it, right? There you go.
This is a trick. So basically, when you roll this speed, when you go forward, and you saw him go back to it two-bird, that give him more speed. So the stage is almost done like this. I'm sure a lot of people remember this stage. It It was nightmare of many kids.
But I'm sure you don't remember it like that.
No, no.
Is it frame perfect, by the way, the trick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have 1 frame out of 60, if I remember, DKC 1. Or 30.
I don't know. Is it 60? I'm not.
Chat answer for us.
I'm
We're not
running
sure.
it and I don't even know. I look bad now.
No, don't worry about it. I mean, it's okay. We don't know everything about the game, but that's the whole point, right? Like, we
So-
got to keep a little bit of magic here.
There is a barrel up there. Normally you can only go with DK, but right there, there is like a platform that you can get on top if you do it a certain way, like Rock did. So you're able to get it with DD. But normally it's DK exclusive because DK jump higher than DD. So stage done already.
Pretty fast, right? Ice Age Alley now. For this one, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we're getting the
Yeah, espresso.
yes. A character that you don't see in any other Donkey Kong countries, unfortunately.
Sadly,
Yeah,
there's a lot of good one in DKC1 that never came back.
yeah. The frog.
Yeah,
One of them,
Winky.
yeah.
We won't see Winky,
won't see it.
sadly.
Yep. We get cool ones as well in the other ones. Like there's the elephant in DKC 3. Most people don't like it though. So, there's most categories try to avoid it. But yeah. Well, of course, the spider is one of the ones that we quite enjoyed when we were a kid. It's very optimal and played very differently through all the DKCs. Not the first one though, but yeah, you get what I mean.
So here we're gonna do a trick that is pretty funny, and it's pretty recent that we're able to do that. The RTA, not a lot of people do it. You're gonna see. Have you ever seen a bird in water?
And a bird in water?
Yeah.
It depends on what you consider a bird, but yeah, I guess so. We'll find out in a second.
Yeah. So there
Let's
was a
go. And he jumps so high too.
Yeah. It's a pretty recent strat, and a lot of the jump that you do here are off camera, and they are really precise because if you don't like do it the right way, the camera won't scroll and follow you. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
You don't see where you are, so
Oh,
have
there
fun.
it is. There
Yeah.
he is. You're just moving around.
And this is a lot faster. This level is normally like 2 minutes and a half, I think, between 2 and 2.5. It's really long.
Yep.
So by doing the split up glitch, that is really complicated to explain, but in the other stage, it was able to basically move the animal to the other stage.
Yep. It's quite interesting how you can abuse this game, and even today, like this game came out about 30 years ago or more
Yeah,
than that.
it's 30 now.
It's 30 now.
DKC2 gonna be 30 next year, I think.
30, oh my god. 30 years and we're still discovering tricks
Yeah.
recently. That's amazing. I love it. I mean, it's all because of the community, guys, right? Like, if you're part of our community already or you want to be part of one for a game that you really enjoy, look no further because you have really passionate and talented people that love to spend a lot of time in video games, man. But it's what we enjoy, and that's what life's about. So now we have it like just jumping still, right?
Yeah.
It's still pretty long, I feel like it's...
Yeah, this level is pretty long
Yeah.
overall.
A lot of embranchment in general, but I mean, it's
But like
definitely faster for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you can see it just literally in the bubble. And there's the arrow
Here we
telling
go.
you go that way. And there it is. Congrats.
So this stage, normally you have squawks that is your torchlight to give you light, but this create lag, and we don't want that. So
We absolutely don't need it. You gotta go fast, don't need
Yeah.
the light.
so you're gonna know where you're going.
Yeah, just don't fall in the hole and you should be fine. It's fun because, you know, like there's part of the background that helps you a little bit
Yeah.
know where you're situated in this kind of level, but there's some platforms that you can see that it's not a blind jump, but it's just, you know it's going to be there at that point and you just do whatever you do. from there.
So we're gonna see another fun jump roll here.
gonna happen right here.
There
Let's
we
go.
go.
Reminder that this is a sprint.
Yeah.
Either 1/30th of a second or 1/60th. Someone in the room can tell me. Everyone is in awe in the game. It's fine. No one answered me. I'm all alone.
And like this, stage is up.
There you go. Really naughty rampage. In this case, we're finding Beaver number 2, the brother of the first Beaver.
And yeah, there
This time
is a spot there. If you didn't know.
That's amazing. They left it there, not on purpose, just like they forgot, I guess.
I'm not even sure why it's there.
That's amazing. There you go.
But it's useful.
You.
It makes it so you can hit Beaver on the first frame when it's vulnerable.
Yes, for
instead
sure.
of
Yeah. All the time save we're gonna need it for sure, right? Or Drum Alley, very I love this stage. I love the music, I love everything about it.
Yeah.
I love the speedrun tricks for it as well. It's just beautiful.
And we might see another good trick here.
Let's go.
And let's
My
go.
God. Professional here, guys.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it. While this happens, I want to like state my enjoyment of the oil barrels and the fact that like when you're doing speedrun tricks on them generally, you have to like roll from them, and like the spot that you have
Yeah.
to be able to roll without getting hit is just, it's very precise and feels absolutely awesome when you pull it off.
So there's a barrel right there. They've intended again.
Yeah, compared to the other DKCs, like the DKC2 and DKC3 have those warp barrels that are only in the first 2 worlds. DKC1 is a little bit scattered around, so you'll see some levels where we'll be using them and other ones where we'll have to do the full run for it.
I feel like GKC1, I don't know, I'm speculating, but it felt like maybe it was like dev barrel that was actually only for them and not for people to find, since a lot of them are like DK exclusive and such, and then they were like, oh, people found it. Might as well just roll with it in the other 2.
I mean, it's easy, just run an emulator and save state.
Yeah.
Just kidding, obviously. But I mean, in this case, yeah, it might be. I don't know.
Oh, this is another new trick that is really recent, called Antique Blaster. This is a pretty fun trick. And here we go, done.
Kong.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. It happens all the time.
I think it's been found a few months ago. It's really recent. It's this year for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
people still discover trick nowadays.
yeah, and it's also the fact that since it's been discovered quite recently, it hasn't been done in marathons in I guess the past months, or you pretty much seeing it
this
like
one has been done, I think.
yeah.
The one with the espresso in the water, I'm not sure though.
Yeah. I mean, there are some tricks, at least I think, that are going to be done in a marathon for the first time here at NoReset5. So makes it quite enjoyable to witness.
Yeah, and all the 3 runners tonight are really great runner of those games.
Yes. We have V0oid, obviously, very well known in the DKC community as well. Has been proven himself times and times again over the years with all the DKCs, more especially, obviously, DKC2, but yeah. And we also have Semek, who has been running the game for multiple years and homebrewed from Quebec City, so it's going to be quite fun to witness as well.
That's 3 pretty insane runners. So here we another glitch.
Yeah, minecarts are optional. And another barrel roll.
Let's go.
He doesn't even look impressed. Okay,
Yeah.
he did the head bump, that's fine.
So funny thing, when you're in that state, the enemy cannot hit you. You have no hitbox except for bees. I don't know why, but bees hit you.
It's probably because they're earlier on you destroyed their queen, I guess.
Yeah, they might be. So here we have to jump out because the bee would kill you.
Yep, indeed. Do we have another one in the same level? I don't remember. We'll find out in a second.
This one, no. It's over soon.
I love how the Kremlins are just waiting for you in their minecarts. Like they were expecting you or something. And trying something, but they don't do anything. They're just there waiting.
They're guarding, but they don't know what they're guarding.
Yeah. I mean,
we have time for donation.
Go ahead.
OK. Alors, nous avons reçu une donation de VL437 de 100 et on change les côtés du stream pour le jour 2 pour Axiom Verge.
Superb. So have you noticed, for people that are only speaking English in the chat, we just changed the layout borders for different ones, and you can do so by donating to the stream. So when you donate, you can select a different layout or different layout borders to accompany for the stream. And if you are winning the race, it's going to be changed live on the stream, as you just noticed. So not only you donate for a generous cause, but you have fun while doing it. So yeah.
If you like another background, just donate.
Yeah, exactly. Or you just like donating for a good cause, obviously. Yeah. If you can do so, do it.
So Blackout Basement is done?
Yeah. While we were saying that, yeah, the basement was done immediately. I love how it's so simple. They were like, what could be a boss? And then they looked at like this trash can in the room. And we're like, yeah, that.
This is a boss.
This is a boss.
So this one pretty straightforward. Basically, you just do a couple of hits, then throw enemies at you.
Yep. Use the enemies to to bounce off each other, so you can destroy them earlier on than usual, like in this one.
So DK is faster there because DD cannot jump on those.
Yep. And we're doing it another one.
Yeah. Here we go.
And there you go. And they're all super happy to have just shot a barrel. That's amazing. Look at this. Yeah. This barrel is dead.
I feel like DK should hide his banana stack better.
Oh, next time, yeah. Just we have so much better security systems now. Just like.
And I wonder how they have so many bananas and they never go rotten.
They never run out of it. Yeah.
So we might see another fun trick here.
Hopefully, it's going to be another jump roll that's going to let us go through the stage, just like we see before. So we'll find out in a second. It's not going to be immediately, I believe. It's going to be probably in the middle of the stage, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit later.
Yeah. Once again,
Well, there is two way to do.
Bummer. It's the first one that he misses, though. Oh, I mean, there was another one before, but we got an alternative. So.
And
then the
there
second
we
one,
go.
yeah.
That's the backup.
Yeah.
Nice. So the first one is called Creme Tot, and the second one is called Bird Tot, originally.
Oh.
Oh.
We had to avoid the. What is he doing?
It's to avoid the bees cycle later on, I think. Oh no, never mind. I think you can. Can you do something off of that?
We'll find out later, I guess.
Like I
We got
said,
fuel. That's nice. We need it.
we won't run out.
There you go.
There we go.
And then we roll right into it, and that's it. The level is done. Quite impressive, to be honest. Yeah, you can clap, guys. Come on. This guy is world class. Come on, guys.
I mean, Rocky is one of the best in the world, if you didn't knew. At this game. So, who like Rambi and who hates Rambi?
Oh, let's go. Thank
Nope.
you, Rambi, for the boost. Oh, are we done?
There we go.
There you go. And then we get another boost, and it's KO. I just noticed that Rock has like a Donkey Kong Country T-shirt made with like the same lettering as Dragon Force. I think so. Yeah, there you go. I recognize the lettering. That's amazing.
I didn't at first.
All right. And it's funny because with DKC, sometimes like the more you get into the levels, the more tricks are going to be happening on the screen as well. Like as you can see right now, like it's going to be pretty rare that a level is not going to have a specific trick.
And
So once again, we're flying really high, but we're not done yet.
here we go.
And we're back.
It go really quickly.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to do a slow round of DKC, that wouldn't be the trick to use.
And you saw how many tricks there is like this that, well, some of them you have like specific setup like this level, but a lot of the other one are like frame perfect. So imagine in a run how much missing one can cost you.
Yeah, the case in general, especially at top level,
Yeah.
has been known to have like multiple frame perfect tricks that makes it very stressful and hard to pull off in general, right? And there's even certain categories. For example, in DKC2, there's a category that like you have to team up throw like the entire level, and that's quite scary
Yeah.
to pull off. We're not going to see it today, unfortunately, but
It's
just in
in the
general, like
Warclass, yeah.
this community is pretty
Anyone.
pretty technical. Per se.
Yeah, a lot of the trick are pretty hard to learn, but this is still a fun game to run. Even if you don't do all the good trick, you can still get a good time.
Yep.
This shouldn't be something that afraid people to try it.
I mean, personally, DKC, I mean, the third one, but DKC was still my first game that I speedrun ever, right? And even though, like, you start slow at first, like, you do whatever you want, and you just start to be as fast as possible, and then more and more you implement tricks, and that becomes a continuous grind that you enjoy throughout the whole time, so.
So we're gonna set up, if I'm not mistaken, it's a split up glitch there, which gonna be used for the next stage to do a wrong warp.
That's amazing. We love wrong warps.
And this stage is usually really long and really hard too. So you have to die on top of the pit. If you die on the floor, you're stuck there. You're soft
Is it-
lock.
yeah, it's soft locks, right?
So I have to be careful. And
Wrong
here we
warp.
go. Normally that's a bonus, but we trick the game and here we go.
The game is not a game. The level is over.
Yeah. And it's not even 30 minutes yet, and we're already almost at K-Rool.
Yep. By the way, K-Rool is only in 2 games. That's not true. He's not in 3 with Smash Ultimate, but yeah. Unless you count the other ones as like costumes and everything. But yeah, you'll find out. They're acquaintances or like siblings, I guess.
Yeah, we can say that.
And the little guy is out unconscious, and I believe the next one is K-Rool, right?
Yeah,
There you go.
we're already at the end of the game.
Gangplank Gallon. And with the iconic music, which everyone loves.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's on purpose. We get rid of DD here so we can finish with DK. And there's a whole purpose of that I completely forgot.
Yeah. Also, since it's a trilogy, we gonna pose a timer, I guess, between each.
No, it's going
No?
to be
Okay,
straight up as I
straight
heard.
up?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So as soon as it's finished, right ahead we start with DKC2 with V0oid. So don't go to the bathroom. It's going to be right ahead. It's quite funny that they built a ship like that has like cannons pointing down to the ship. It's quite a like I want to be the engineer that
engineer.
thought about that. He's like in a meeting and everyone's like, sure.
See, if a monkey get on your boat someday, it's gonna be useful.
Yeah, and the insurance are going to love it.
Oh god. Oh,
Yeah.
imagining Carol trying to get insurance.
I would believe so. Constructs
I
ships
hope
like
so.
that.
With everything he got, he probably got either a lot of money or not.
Yeah, exactly. It's a top game. I love the, I mean, it's all the little details in DKC that makes it amazing. It's not over yet. Know that everyone is clapping? No, it's not over yet.
Stop the count,
I know
stop
the
the count.
crit has started, but
Stop the count, yeah.
as you can see, like apparently the game was made by those guys, but it's not a real one. The end? We're not quite sure. Come back to the game.
That was pretty much the reason I asked if we stop.
And it was like about 32 minutes to destroy your childhood game, by the way. You're welcome. We're almost over. I think it's 2 phases left, if I remember. Or 1,
Yeah.
maybe?
It's
We'll
the
find
last
out in
one,
a second, yeah.
And
That's it, yeah.
Here we go.
And there you go. That was... We need... There you go. All right. And here's V0oid, the
So-
one and only. And we're starting with the KC2. Give it up for V0oid, by the way. And also for Rock that just did the run. I meant to say that the opposite way. Give it up, Rock, and let's go with Void. There you go.
So, like we said earlier, there is dev-intended warp in this game in the first two words. So those first two words are gonna go real quick. Here we're gonna have a Here we're gonna have the dev warp.
Normally we do like a setup that makes it so that you take the barrel. It's an invisible object in your hand, and you spawn in the specific moment so that you finish the level immediately instead of having to go at the end of it.
Yeah,
it's a little bit faster.
We'll see it again a lot.
Exactly. And you're gonna see it actually in 2 levels as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we got them back. We're gonna get once again the intended war barrel, which is going to be the beginning here. One thing you'll be noticing as well is that to get to the ending, you have to jump on a pole normally. But what we do here is that we switch the Kongs on the target itself, and that counts as jumping on it, which is a little bit faster.
You need a specific air state that you can set up before, so it won't work if we just try select, but...
Exactly.
And one thing for people that might not know DKC2, if you don't, the difference between one that is a lot different is you can team throw your partner. So there's a lot of things that are fun with that.
Here, quite a neat trick. As you can see, normally Rattle doesn't jump that high, but by pressing a specific... Oh, yeah, there you go. That was a hard one. It has to be at a very specific height for it to work. And so you saw there, let Rattle like jumped really higher up. That's a combination of multiple buttons at once and a very specific timing that makes you go specifically more higher up. And you'll see it way later in the game as well, where we'll be abusing that to the maximum.
And it's pretty impressive at the end. That's one of the favorite level.
All right, so here there's a little bit of RNG involved in this fight where the eggs can be fake or real. And then this one, the second 2 ones were fake. And of course this one is fake as well, obviously.
There we go.
And there you go, only 3 fakes, however. It's not too bad, but that would have been a reset for Void here.
Yeah.
Sticky Ghost, oiseau.
There you go. So off we go to Crocodile Cauldron. So the next world with all the warps intended.
We're gonna see another wrong warp right here.
Yes, exactly.
Invisible object by clashing with the clobber.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Right there.
We saw something called 2-1 jump there. It's it's 2 frame into 1 frame, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
To jump higher than usual. Another fun trick here called Big Boy.
There's a lot of tricks to explain in a short amount of time. Yes.
So you throw Dixie and you jump at a certain moment and you get another jump, like a double jump. So you can reach that barrel that normally you can't. You need to go all the way
around and come back down. But yeah, so speedrunners have found neat little tricks to save a couple of seconds. It's quite interesting to witness.
Yeah, this game has a lot of wrong warp and fun trick like this.
Yep. One small optimization here is that we switched to DXC voluntarily because in this case we have no choice but to jump on the target, which does the music animation, and the one from Dixie is actually shorter
it's
than
5 seconds and Diddy is like 8 seconds.
Yeah, something like that.
More or less.
Yeah, all small optimizations are needed here. So here, there you go. There's another barrel right far that you can use to reach the end of the level. And obviously, Void knows exactly where it's going to be, so he throws it immediately in there.
Another instance of goal swap there.
Yep.
And almost at the end of Word 2.
Exactly, and now we're going to be at the end of regular warps to reach the end of the levels. There's going to be a couple of different wrong warps at the end. I mean, throughout the entire run, but it's all going to be unintended by the developers. And now we reach the infamous sword. As we said earlier, there was a trash can, now there's a sword. Not even like someone that takes the sword, it's just the sword itself is shooting fire at you.
Funny enough, there is actually a DKC2 comic back then, and if I'm not mistaken, when they get Cleaver in the comic, they just come there and throw stuff at him. It's like, literally, he didn't attack us. He just came there and, hi, we're gonna attack you. So here it's Lava Flies. So basically, it makes you skip a cycle. We need to bait Cleaver there, else the hook won't drop down and you have to kill yourself.
We'll also notice something quite amazing at the end of the fight, which hopefully you'll be able to pull off. It's just like something that doesn't save time at all, but
Yeah,
it's just fun to
pure
witness.
swag. Here we go.
There you go, and Diddy's
Flying.
staying in the air. Flying Diddy. He's looking around like, really?
For the fans.
For the fans.
Pour les fans.
Eh oui.
Alors, pour ceux qui parlent en français en passant, évidemment, la majorité du commentateur va se faire en anglais, tout simplement. C'est en fait un peu plus simple pour les trois trilogies, étant donné que certains de nos runners et le public parlent en anglais. Donc, on va faire prononcer ça en anglais. All right, so I don't believe there's a specific trick here about like going very fast with Ramby. Oh yeah, this trick right here, if you want to explain it.
Ramby double jump.
Yeah.
Basically, if you repress the button at a certain moment, you can double jump. It's you have to press left and right with V.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not true. There's a trick at the end of this level, right?
Yeah, it's called swim fly.
We're setting up right now, actually. So
Yeah.
the way that the roll was done while teaming up.
It's the throw in the barrel that set it up, basically.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then jumping and holding B, you gain more height. We cannot see it because it's off screen, but here we got the G, important.
Sorry. You're fine. Désolé. And off we go. This world in general is full of simply amazing tricks.
Yeah.
You'll notice there's a couple of very iconic tricks in the DKC2 universe.
So if anyone is sensible to flashing light, there might be some in this level, just saying.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah,
it
like
isn't,
that.
but when you turn around, it's, yeah.
Exactly. I think you guys are enjoying the run, but just look away for 2 minutes, all right?
Yeah. This level seems to be easy on paper, but it's actually one of the hard stage to optimize, because every corner that you cut, if you bonk, you lose time. So that's actually a lot of optimization that doesn't seem that much, but in the end.
Something that you might have not noticed as well when you're playing as a kid this game is that you're able to control the height of the Kong when it swims. So if you hold down while pressing the swim button, it's going to swim like very in a low height, so you can like make adjustment according to that. If you hold up, it's pretty much the opposite. And a combination of all those things will make sure that you're able to reliably try to cut corners without bunking into them, so that's pretty good.
Swapping underwater is quicker, so that's why you do it here.
And also because we avoid the missile that was right
Yeah, you
there.
have time to do it while avoiding the thing, and you need Diddy in front for the next stage, so
Yes.
that line up perfectly. So we're gonna see a wrong warp here. This one is because of a cutlass enemy, so the guy with the sword in his hand, that's all him, that's making the game bug in a certain way.
This run, I mean, before the wrong war was fun in this run, I believe it was one of like the most fun technical levels to play, which for me represented DKC2 so much.
So we're gonna throw Dixie at the cutlass, and when she die and he pull out his sword, that trick the game into a failsafe and wrong warp. There you go.
Les singes finissent les niveaux de manière abruptement.
Exactement.
So this one as well, it might seem straightforward, like right, you just get rattled and you jump in a very specific manners to reach the end, but like there's more than meets the eye sometimes. Like you have
Yeah.
times jumps in certain ways.
A lot
to be
of
optimal.
people actually don't like the stage. Personally, I love it, but a lot of people don't like running with Radley.
I mean, when I was playing casually, I absolutely enjoyed this level for sure. Like it's beautiful. The green is amazing. But when you get hit or when you die, it's one of those times where you're like, not this level, right? Like it could be all other levels, but why this one? But yeah. Talked and I couldn't hear anything. So please repeat again.
Someone said,
Best level, by the way. That's what I heard, right?
yeah,
There you go.
This is pretty much a meme because I keep saying that on my channel because this is my
Oh,
favorite
really?
level.
Understood. So you know each other. It doesn't count. Nice.
Do we have time for donation?
And maybe in after this level, if you don't mind, because there's a nice trick that's going to happen in a second. But right afterwards, you'll be able to do so for sure.
So we swap underwater there to store a super jump, and here we go, flying.
Flying monkeys.
Yeah.
It's not over because we're going to set up another wrong warp here, where we reach the bonus barrel at the bottom, and we have to turn around at a very precise time in order to toward the right way. And there you go. That's it. For sure, if you want to do the donation right now, that would be the good time.
Okay, so we have the donation for My Name is Joe8, $10. Hashtag EckRamby. For Broforce Faith Up President, I5. Broforce will get to enjoy tomorrow. No, Broforce will be host tomorrow around 9 p.m. Sorry, I read 2 lines at the same time. It's not okay, but it's okay. I do my best, Mom, okay?
Thank you for the donation.
Yeah.
And we were laughing a little bit around that, not for the donation itself, but because Void was struggling a little bit trying to use... it's something that we do is that if you get into a barrel and you press A at the right time, you're able to get out at the exact position that it went in. So unfortunately, though, we missed a couple
Fun
times.
trick coming here called Vine Clip. And
Beautiful. This one is harder than it looks like. It's quite
pretty
scary to pull off.
precise.
Yeah, good stuff, Void. And now we fight the big boy at the gym.
Chest bras.
Just look at my pipes. Yeah.
On fait quoi avec les jambes?
Yeah. No leg days for this guy.
yeah. So here we have a trick where we count the breath or other thing, depending. Everyone counts something.
So
to know when to move forward. So you save
exactly.
a few seconds over the course of the fight this way.
Exactly. So if you look at how Dixie breathe, and there you go. Like, so you wait 3 and a little bit, and then you move. The reason why we do so is because any way that you're going to move while the boss drops down, he's going to be facing you, unless you move about in the same frame that he drops down. So therefore, in that case, you'll be behind the guy, and since you're behind the guy, you'll be able to use the barrel immediately on him, or else you would have to wait for a cycle that he strikes at you with his big blunt object. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it saved like 2 seconds over the fight, and sadly, if you miss one, it's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It happens sometimes,
Yeah.
but it's quite easy. Like, you just have to remember a couple of timings, and then it's good to go.
This is one of those advanced tricks that you usually don't learn at first because it loses so much if you fail it.
Yep. I can attest to that. And there you go. The fight is over. Bye, the guy. All right, so now we're off to Crazy Kremlin with the Hornet Hole stage. We're starting to get into a stage where there's a lot of honey laying around, which is very sticky. We're going to try to avoid them as much as possible, but sometimes it's going to be useful for some speed strats, and you'll notice in a couple of levels here and there.
The climbing in the honey can save a lot of time depending how you do it, so...
Generally, the rule of thumb in DKCs is that if you have to go up, it would be a good idea to just jump around and try to avoid, like, to do it that way. So here we're going to use the spider, and we're going to execute a nice little trick that's going to allow us to go super fast afterwards by holding the team.
It's called Scrolly Scroll. Yay!
And there you go. From that, we gained a boost of height as well, just like we did earlier in the third world. Not exactly in the same way, but pretty much around the same purpose of it. And with that, we're almost at the end of the level. If we're able to stick on the honey, and there you go. And now it's going to be one of those auto-scrolls.
Yeah.
However, once again, it's there's a dev-intended thing here. Not in this one. It's going to be in another one. So forget what I just said.
It's the next auto scroll. This
Yeah.
word got... Like, I feel when you run this word, there is a lot of level where you have tight trick, and then you have 2 auto-scroller in the middle of them. You're like, you're on your pace, and suddenly, oh, auto-scroller.
Yep.
But the music is really good,
Indeed.
at least.
And it's like it's so cute. Like the lovely thing about the DKC series is like all the little things. When they go down, the way here, they always they
They're,
raise their hands
yeah.
like that. It's amazing every time. Like, oh, not this one. Okay, it was small, alright. It wasn't needed, but like once there's a big one, I want everyone in the room right now to do the same thing.
So we skipped
Not
the
yet.
flitter there.
Yeah, we did skip. Like we jumped over it. Like, just a little bit of optimization, which is very much appreciated in auto scrollers in general.
Oh, he did.
This one. It was a small one. I kind of baited you on that one. But yeah, it's quite fun. Also, the music is actually pretty impressive as well.
Yeah,
Shout out to David Wise, I guess. Yeah. Oh, not this one. He jumped it.
Skipping another
Yeah,
flitter there.
exactly.
Sorry for baiting you.
Please play normally, all right?
Say no to swag.
And it's over. For this one, though, we're going to have another one, but it's going to be way later.
There's a balloon there called swag balloon. So
Swag balloon?
yeah,
Love
that's
it.
what people call it.
That's cool.
I kill monkeys.
All right, so we're going to set up for another wrong warp here, I believe, which is going to be quite impressive because we're going to be using the invisibility. Oh, and we missed it. So I think we're going to try back for it
Yeah.
because it's quite impressive to witness.
It saves a lot of time.
Yep.
I think you can miss it like, is it 4 or 5 times before?
At that point,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Wow, you just might as well go for it, even if you're a beginner. Or maybe not, like if you spend like 25 minutes there, might not be a good idea still, but yeah.
I know that more than 3 it's still worth it, but I don't know after how many it's not worth anymore.
Let's try again. All right,
There we
that's
go.
good. All right, so that's a good setup, and then we just go at a certain point and do basically the exact same thing as you did in the World 1, and that's over. This game is not bugged at all.
Another scroller? There is the one you
Yeah,
talk
the
about.
intended one where you just go backwards here and you go super speed. No, not yet. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Right? He jumps them. That's a problem. Oh. I don't think we're. No.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to in these cases because the whole purpose of this level actually is just to like get past those guys that normally throw stuff at you, but since you're going so fast, I mean, you can just jump on them before they even throw anything most of the time, like that. And now we're fourth, and that's by the way, that's not legal in Formula 1. If you try to get first by destroying your opponents, you will get kicked out.
Shout out to number 2 guy, by the way. Still a lot of people run.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. The first one, though, is not too bad. You can just jump over
Yeah.
it. But the second one, yeah,
Yeah,
there's like a tight window where you
Number
jump.
2, whenever someone starts running, they will get
Yeah, they will bump the
at
back
least
of it.
once, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, while we have ourselves on the screen right here, I just want to tell you that Void has its own merch, as you can see right
Yeah.
here, and it's quite fun. So go in his shop and buy it. You can see it on the stream at twitch.tv/Void. There's going to be a link there. And even if you're meeting like a member of family that doesn't know who Void is, they're just going to say, "Hey, there's Jesus in your pocket." So like that's a win-win for you guys.
So here
Merch,
we
got the merch.
have the merch.
Yeah, go get merch. It's quite comfortable, to be honest. I wear it all the time, so do it. I believe there's another wrong warp here that
Yeah.
we have to execute. Yeah.
It will be a bit later with involving a cannonball and a beetle again.
Love it.
Those beetles are very useful for all the trick.
Yeah.
So here we did the moonwalk, we call that. You just crouch the other way to scroll the camera in a certain way, and here is the wrong
setup.
warp that's coming.
Can we do it like so? Then
Ball.
we throw it in a certain way. We have to make sure to look at it a very specific way. I mean, we can clap right now, but I'm going to explain afterwards.
Please clap.
So you look in a certain way because there's some memory that you don't want to load in from the screen at the right. So you want to conserve that ID that you've conserved in your hands so that when you go into the barrel, it just propels you like you did right there.
So
One
here,
second. That was good. That's a good one. A trick that we've seen earlier in the World 2 as well.
yeah.
Quite a clinic that we're witnessing right now. A little bit of your pants okay? Yeah, it was a little bit scary there.
So here we have Remby. We are forced to use it. Our friend Rhino. Yeah.
By the way, heck, Renby.
Who's he? Speaking
Remby.
about Heck Remby, I have something about that.
You were, wow, you were saving it for the moment.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We have a custom Peck Ramby shirt.
Nice.
This one is not for sale, I believe, right?
Oh no,
Ah,
this
that's a
is
bummer.
custom made.
Yeah, so just buy a Void shirt twice then.
Yeah. So yeah, this is commenting in the
Heck, Remby
DKC
again.
community. Yeah.
Yeah. I say that, but I learn about it right now. But that's fine. I'm not that active in the community anymore, so
There is a lot of controversy. Some people like it, some people hate it. So
it's just like everything. Like if people like, for example, co-play, like it doesn't matter if you don't like it, but people that do enjoy it, just have fun with it. That's it. Regardless. So here with the Zinger, the King Zinger, I believe, right? In that
yeah,
case.
that's King Zing that we probably killed his wife on the
Yep.
last game.
And now he's back for collecting.
Vengeance,
Yeah,
I guess.
collecting veg. Yeah, that's the wrong way of saying it. Yeah, this one is could also be a run killer. It's kind of like the rattle stage earlier on, where we're like,
Yeah,
why this stage? But it does happen.
There's a thing said in the community called "Never sleep on the king."
Yep. This can happen multiple times, and also the fact that you might have noticed that, but when you shoot the corn balls, it's not corn balls. I know.
Eggs. They're eggs.
No, they're corn pops.
No, they're eggs.
They're corn pops.
They're literally eggs.
No,
we
they're-
looked at the
I
sprite
eat
the
them
other day.
in the morning every single day. They're eggs, all right. But yeah, when you throw the eggs, like the timing is quite specific to hit the tail of the queen. And when I say tail, I actually mean something else, another word that I don't know in
The
English.
sting.
The sting. There
Yeah.
you go. Je parle anglais correct. Anyway, so yeah, so there are specific timings for that, and it's very easy to actually miss a cycle and then waste time a lot afterwards because you have to reposition yourself for the next cycle and everything. But yeah,
This stage is probably one of the most fun to learn when you start speedrunning. It's purely platforming and it feels really good.
yep. As we said earlier on as well, like just rolling into enemies a little bit more, you gain not as much momentum as the first DKC, but still quite fun to do. Oh, whoa, okay, I that was scary. I never seen that. I normally just jump like a casual.
Yeah. Right there, it's something called Plink, I think the name. It's when you team up, but like you would do for a 2-1 jump, and it puts you like a pixel over the platform, so the game thinks that you just fall on it.
That's amazing.
It saves time.
Yeah. And here
Yeah.
we're going to be, by the way, if you noticed that Void was wearing a cap that looks very similar. In any case, this one is pretty fun, very straightforward as well, but there are going to be sections where Void will be running into the negative barrels, which make it quite nerve-wracking if you're not used to it.
Yeah. And
At some point, I think we're going to enter the door at like 0 or something.
yeah, the last door.
Yeah.
This guy's not a boss, by the way.
No, he's just there.
Not a boss.
He's a fun guy. He's only there once, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only time we ever see Kago, and it's actually a cool stage. I think it's the only library stage in all the game. And funny enough, this this music has been sampled by Drake.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Love it. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, I heard about it like last year. I think I was like, what? I had the same exact reaction.
Do you know the name of the song? Like, are we getting copyrighted right now because we're playing DKC?
Funny enough, if you stream DKC, sometime you will get random.
Copyrights
Yeah,
by
I've,
Drake.
I've gotten copyrighted before because of that Drake sample.
Yeah.
That's stupid. The world of music is not corrupted at all. Anyway. And there we go. We entered the last door, by the way, at 0, which was pretty fun. And we're completing the level right now. Good stuff.
Next stage is another pretty fun stage, platforming-wise. I feel like a lot of people didn't like it as a kid because this win can be terrifying. And funny enough, there is Ratley at the beginning of the stage, but maneuvering Ratley with the win is
Yeah, just
That's
rolling
okay.
in the enemies here
Yeah.
will be a little bit faster. We have a couple of setups because I mean normally it would require you as a casual to just use it to jump over the holes, right? But if you time your jumps properly in the holes, you should be able to get out of them pretty easily so far. Very straightforward. Once again, stage that's pretty cool to learn how to speedrun because it's one of those levels where when you're a kid you struggle so much, and then when you start speedrunning a game, it becomes like very enjoyable to destroy your childhood again.
And gonna try to do gold spot there. Never mind.
Work.
All intended.
Absolutely.
This stage is pretty cool. If you have one stage to learn this game that you want to show people, learn this stage.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to show people when you do that.
So normally we take the parrots to go down, but we know exactly the route that we have to take. It's quite complicated, but we're going to be doing stuff to avoid the enemies so that we don't get hit. It's quite impressive to notice.
The parrot is slow. We don't want that.
Yeah. It's not over. It's going to be exponentially more impressive here. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, I missed the jump.
That's fine.
It's
that's
okay.
Yeah, it's fine because we
there
have
is a
we have
barrel.
the key barrel right
Yeah.
afterwards, so we don't lose that much time. But it doesn't work all the time, I believe. But yeah, it's always worth it to go for it regardless. And then we bonk the head of DD, and then we aim for the left, and then go right, and the level is done.
Like this.
Followed up by also one of the hardest
Yeah.
stages in the whole game, and it's they didn't mess it up like in the KC2 community. Like this part could be very nerve-wracking for PvP pace.
Like, it's really hard to do as a casual player, but it doesn't get better when you speedrun it.
Yeah, the speed run doesn't make it easier. Trust us.
If anything, it's even worse.
Yeah, definitely. So mastering this level takes quite some time. There's a couple of things that you have to do at the same time. Inputs that you have to do in a very specific sequence that don't feel natural at first, I believe.
Yeah,
From what I remember.
the platform, like you see that Twitter put out platform instantly. It's called InstaWeb. You have to press L and R within the same frame.
Yeah, so if you do that in this game, it's going to spawn the platform right under it. And combining that with damage boost, the spider can actually, once he gets damaged, jump an enemy and jump
out of it.
Jump out of it right afterwards. And you
We're
notice
gonna
it
see
right
it
again
there.
here.
Yeah.
There you go. And then we come back as well. And you'll see that again as well in the KC3. It's going to be used a couple of times, the damage boost itself. And the level actually went pretty good.
Yeah.
And all,
We can see it now.
yeah. And by the way, I died multiple times at the end here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did the entire level completely, and then I arrived at the end and I jumped down, and that's it. Pretty good game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those nerve-wracking stages, definitely. Jump at those. The cycles of the birds are always the same. However, the spawn of the barrel is going to be either left, middle, or right. So you have to adjust to that. Obviously, there is some patterns that are faster than others, but yeah.
Yeah, Crow wasn't enough to be RNG in the first one. When he come back, he gave RNG again.
There you go, and it's super close. Beautiful.
We like that one.
You alright?
Délicieux! Oh, yeah, j'ai-tu le droit d'être hype?
Ah oui.
Anyway, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And this one we usually wanted to have to be super close here, and there you go. That would be the end of it. And we switch to Dixie. Yeah. Because in the next level, is it the ice one?
Yeah, it's
we're gonna do the
Arctic
level.
Abyss. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
this
a
one is going to
fun
be
trick
beautiful.
in that.
Yeah. So we're gonna confuse the game even more, if it's even possible. So there's a way for us to reach the end of the level.
Yeah, you
by-
can go under the barrel there.
Yeah, by the
with
way, yeah,
Dixie.
there's one thing you can do. You can go under the barrel there, but one of the guys is going to be helpful in a couple of seconds, which is going to be, we're rising the water here on purpose, and then this guy we're going to bring up with us, and we're going to switch Kong at exactly a right timing, at exactly a right position, so that the other Kong is going to rise up super hard into the finish flag.
Here we go.
And that's it.
This
Le gros jump.
amount of time. but nobody seemed to know how much.
We actually saved a bunch of time, more than a minute for sure.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a common meme of how many does that save and nobody knew.
Yeah. So this animation is beautiful. I don't even know if I can do it without
Yeah.
breaking my back. I'm more than 30 years old, so I should probably avoid trying that at the moment. And like I could be like out of commission for like a year.
So this stage, wind stage again, there is a little bit of optimization actually. You can press down when you go on a platform to save a couple of frames.
Yeah.
And there is a couple of damage boosts like we saw just there, and another one that's coming.
This one.
Yeah, we're
so
skipping. Yeah.
You're skipping an entire section for there because normally you have to get to the wind on the right and then come back. Obviously that saves this time here, so whenever we can do so, we'll do it right here. A bunch of bees in the way, but obviously we know exactly where they are, so we just can avoid them by going completely to the left here and a little bit to the right here.
And here you can skip. There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
You can skip the first two this way.
Yeah, and normally you have to drop down on
Yeah.
the floor right there before continuing, but with the pace that he was going in, we could just simply get into the next cycle of the wind immediately.
This is actually the only stage where we can hear mining melody.
Oh, we just put Void's camera in black and white, guys. For people that don't know about Void, he always has the camera in black and white. Thank you so much.
I feel so good now.
Yeah, he feels in his element again.
So we're gonna have another wrong warp here.
Yep.
With a cutlass again, invisible object from the decay barrel.
Yep.
And here we go.
Granby!
There was before this trick was discovered, there was another trick in this level where you have to bring the barrel a little bit more high. And when you deposit it in a certain way and kill one of your teammates, then the flag just teleports to you. Or you teleport to the flag, I have no clue.
The goal teleport to you.
Yeah, the goal teleports to you, exactly, and then you just finish the level.
It's still used in 102, I think.
It is?
Yeah, because you use 1.0 version and you cannot do any wrong warp on 1.0.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember that. Understood. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So here, quite simple. We're going to make sure to make use of that invincible barrel until the end. So we're going to be very adamant about it, and we're going to make sure to boost the entire way there until the end. And that's pretty much the end of the level. And now we're going to do another wrong warp. It's never ending. We're always doing wrong warps. If you're not doing wrong warps in your life, I swear to God, if I could wrong warp to work, man, that would be amazing.
This is the last wrong warp.
Yeah, I just throw a
the
plate.
game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Okay, I'll do it afterwards. Go ahead.
So weird.
There you go. You just spawn
Yeah.
the cannon, and then you go right inside it. That brings it to the end level. I was just going to say something stupid, like if I could like take a plate at home, throw it somewhere, and then it creates something, and I just go in there, and I go straight to work. Like,
So
anyway, sorry.
yeah, sorry. This stage is pretty cool.
Yeah, we're doing once again the same sort of jump that we were explaining. This one though was a little bit different. There's like a variance of it that makes you go even higher, which is required to reach certain spots here.
So basically, you don't see. We actually see it on camera, but you
Yeah.
have to hold your controller in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because you have 3 buttons to press, and it's really weird.
Indeed. And here we obviously spam as fast as possible. The game is a little bit laggy here, but that's totally normal. That's the general behavior of the game at that point. But you can see Void is spamming B very hard. The reason being that we need to get past those sections that are... I must remind you guys, I think at the moment we only have one Kong inside of the parrot. So if you get hit, that's over. So quite scary here. And we get the spider. This part though is quite...
Yeah,
easy. We just
3 web, and we're done.
And that's it. There you go.
Hardest but
Boss in the game. Be careful about it.
Thanks, I will. No! It's Jover.
Our boy DK kidnapped, and obviously Carol is not letting you save it right now. We're gonna have to do a couple of levels before. So one trick that you might have not noticed here is that Void was purposely crouching, looking. Yeah, the cycle was a little bit weird. Yeah. It's fine. I guess I'll have time to explain it again. So there's a quick little trick that he does here where he looks away and crouch a little bit so that this guy that he ran in wasn't exactly, that was clean, wasn't exactly looking at it at the right time, so he's able to roll into them because it's the beginning of the animation. If he was looking forward, that wouldn't be able to happen. And now we're gonna have a fun little trick that's gonna come up that I have no clue what the name of it is.
It's a race skip.
Never mind.
Oh, we're doing the race apparently, but
It's
normally
a race skip without skip.
yeah, a race skip that we do not skip. But normally it's we just go up the bird and we're able to continue the run without being starting the race.
That's okay, you get the cool music.
Yeah,
You're right. That's it. All right, he's doing it for the fans,
For the content.
pour le content. Anyway, so yeah, normally we would save about maybe 3 seconds here, as you
C'est
can
vrai
see.
que ton anglais il est bon, Marks.
Yes, my English is very good, thank you.
Very bon.
Il est en train de rire de moi, lui, là?
Non. Pas du tout. All right, so you might have not noticed it, but we're at Captain Carol. By the way, guys, in the chat or in the public, is Captain Carol King Carol in a costume, or is it a sibling? Someone said no, which is not, that's not an answer. Like that, we have two choices, you have to choose between two. It's not yes or no. The second one, so it's a sibling. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what the documentation says anyway. Read the documentation, guys. It says that it's a sibling.
So I guess his whole family got a lot of money because we destroy his ship. And
That's
now we have
generally
a
how
space.
families work. Did you see the Kardashians?
Good point, good point.
There you go. So, once again, baiting you into saying, oh, you finished. But no, it's not over yet. We still have to continue. And I'm not sure if he's going to go for the trick with not the freeze, but
The blue Diddy?
Yeah, the blue DD, yeah. That would be great. There's a way to make DD blue.
Yeah. It lose 4 seconds, but for the fan.
Pour le content.
Yeah.
C'est ça que je m'en allais pour dire.
Moi, je vote pour que ce soit le nouveau slogan. Pour le compte.
Pour le compte. Yeah, but I mean, I get $5 per saying it, right? I should have charged more. Damn it. So, yeah, there's a couple of cycles here that you can see where just spikes balls are thrown in different sort of paths. And then afterwards, once that's done, we're going to get it's sort of, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but like
The ghost, kind of?
yeah, there's sort of ghosts of different colors that changes behavior of icons depending on what hits you, right?
This fight is basically a big glorified auto-scroller, if we can call it.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's still fun. I
Yeah.
remember it to this day because, you know, like the game is so well set up that it doesn't matter if the fight is an auto-scroller or that you understand how it works.
Oh, here we go.
And he does it. Blue Didi. Ah oui, il est bleu.
Allez les bleus.
Allez les bleus.
Le content pour les fans.
Le content pour les fans. Pas pour les ventilateurs. I'm sorry about that. I'm not commentating any other run apart from the Trilogy, right? So you'll have a break afterwards. Don't worry about it. So yeah, basically it's just, you know, if you team throw while this is happening, the collar stays on DD for the entirety of it. And every ghost collars do something different. So normally the blue one does freeze you on the spot and you have to get out of the freeze. The purple one inverts your controls from left to right and right to left. And the red one, I don't remember.
The red one slow you really.
Oh, it slows you really
A
bad,
lot,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So we're staying in the far left here because normally you have to avoid it. You could go in the middle, but just in that case we're just staying there because we can. And this is going to be the last throw. And the time is going to come up. I mean, not the time because we're continuing with the next run,
switch.
right? But we're going to do the switch right
Right
now. And now we're starting immediately with DKC3. But before that, can I have a shout out for Void right here with an amazing run, guys? Come on, give it up for him. Buy his merch.
Of the merch.
Buy the merch.
Pour le content.
Pas content.
Watch the VODs pour le
Pour le
content.
content.
And now we're starting with Samek, so it's going to be quite a fun time. Personally, it's my favorite, not because I had a world record in it. I had to plug it. I don't have a follow-up. So we're starting, of course, just like in DKC2, we have warps that we're doing at the beginning of the levels. The first one here, he's not doing the 2-1 jump. I'm very sad about that.
It's a hard trick.
Yeah, I know it's a hard trick.
That was quite the accusing look there.
I'm sorry?
That was a look that was accusing.
Yeah, no, it's not accusing. It's just like I told him I was going to judge his run the entire time. I'm just kidding. I might call out some things. It will depend on how the run goes, right? But there is normally the first one. There is if you want to be super optimal, you can do a 2-1 jump. But as we stated a little bit earlier, it's there's a couple of tricks like that that are frame perfect, and if you want to do it optimally, especially in the boss later on, you have to do like 5 or 6
chaos,
of them, which
yeah.
is very crazy.
Yeah, people call that strat task chaos for a reason.
Yeah, it's task chaos, and there were certain people in this world that are able to do it quite consistently. Shaft, for example, shout out to that guy, who has the world record at the moment with a 45 something. I don't remember exactly. The game has come a long way since I last played. I remember having the world record at 49.45, and now we're at 45 something, which is crazy to me. But it's amazing to see the progress that this game has, and all the DKCs for the matter, right?
Well, the fact that people still find trick in those games after 30 years is pretty impressive.
Exactly. I mean, when I quit, it's because we found a trick that made me quit. The bleak skip, which
I
you're
was
not going
about
to
to
see
say,
it. Yeah, we're not going to see it in this run. It's a trick exclusive to the Japanese version that lets you skip the bleak boss of the 5th world, but we're not going to see it today.
That's pretty much why I don't want to switch on G version.
It's fine. I mean, there's a lot of people that still plays on the U version for this specific reason, but I mean, the end of the line here is basically just play the version that you want, and you'll be fine with it, right?
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yes, go ahead.
Razou nous offre 20 $. Lâchez pas votre beau travail, gang, pour Broforce, Fate of the President. High five! Donc, donnez généreusement pour Broforce.
Merci beaucoup pour ton O5, j'apprécie énormément. And here it was, I mean, quite easy. We just had to deposit the beetle into the guy's mouth instead of just throwing it. It's a little bit faster doing so because if you bounce on the barrel itself, you're going to drop the beetle and obviously going to land directly in the mouth. Here there's going to be a trick that I believe that Samek is going to go for, which is going to be a team throw setup that basically makes you rise up super fast in the air. So, and there you go. You got it. There you go. So you have to move left a little bit, and then the scrolls are right there into the war barrel. Not exactly. There you go, in the war barrel. That's a very hard trick to do. Pretty much now, if you want to speedrun the game at a high pace, so if you fail it, you have to start again. But it's not easy to pull off for sure. And now we have the race here, which I have the world record on Speed Demos Archive, a website that doesn't matter anymore. I'm not going to talk about myself the whole run, don't worry about it. But yeah, and he got 50 instead of 40, which means that he was slow.
I have to start the whole run again.
Yeah, you have to start the whole run again. Yep.
We have another donation here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's a request for you. My name is Joey with $10. DKC3 en français pour sauver une frame, s'il vous plaît.
Wait,
For one frame.
I just realized that my game is in French, so
Yeah,
I
I
think
switched
Morts
it.
did that.
Yeah, I switched it. We're at NoReset. We need to have it in French. It wasn't French when I ran it back then. You have to listen
Pour le
to the
content.
master.
Pour le content.
Pour le content.
For the content!
So yeah, so once we'll be done with this level here, which is going to be our last intended warp of the game, we're going to be fighting Eric, which has a pattern that we can use in order to throw the ball at a very specific time. So hopefully you'll be able to do all the shots properly here. This first one is going to be down here. We throw it directly at the mouth, and we go up. We jump again, right in the mouth again. Gonna wait a little bit. Oh, he's not even waiting, this guy. The balls on this guy. Oh, and that's why you wait, guys.
I tried.
It's fine. But don't worry about it. We can just go back right here and try it again. And it's going to be done. And we have the patch.
I wanted to wait just to, in case I get a soft lock here. I didn't want that to happen. Because if you grab the patch in the first frame, it soft locks, so you can't get
I
out.
know. It's, but, oh yeah, I guess since it's a marathon, it was probably better to do it that way.
Yep.
But we're still very underestimated at the moment, so it's, you could have gone
Soft
for
lock
it.
is never good.
Une rustine, génial! Attends une petite minute, Kongs, et je te promets quelque chose que je peux pas voir à cause que c'est cropped.
Text, ouais.
Ouais.
Quelque chose de géant.
Quelque chose de géant, c'est ça. Là, il a rien dit.
Il a dit, je pars pour taper la bronzette, c'est ça qu'il a dit.
Oh my
Taper la
God.
bronzette, il s'en va se bronzer, le chum. Il s'en va au salon, genre. Je vais être encore plus brun. All right, so now we're in this level here. There's a lot of technical aspects that could be considered, but most of the time, what's going to be about is that we're going to be using damage boost to reach this places a little bit earlier than we could do, and you'll see that actually in a lot of the places of the run as well. Also, very well timed jumps here that lets you go past those fire cornballs. Not sure how to call them, but yeah.
They are not egg this time.
Yeah, they're not eggs this time, so I can say whatever I want. All right. But yeah, the fire corn pops. It's the ones that taste the cinnamon. So in that case, you wait a little bit. There is normally a trick that you can do where you jump in very specific manners that you can get past that a little bit faster, but it's quite hard to pull off, and if you do miss it, it's quite a time loss. So in that case, we're just avoiding it. And here we're going to do a damage boost that's going to let us go at the top here very soon. A little bit early. We're going to do that again.
Oh!
You went in the middle. I've never seen that. Only you, man. And there you go. And then with that, we do specific jumps to avoid all of these here. Oh, and la panique d'un homme. It's fine. Everything is good and dandy. So speaking of auto-scrollers, we have a lot of them as well in DQC3, more than the other ones in general. This is the game with the most auto-scrollers. But they're still quite fun. As you can see here, we're in a bobsleigh, and we're jumping over and over again. Is that a bobsleigh?
I think so.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The vehicle. It's more
But
generous.
at least stages like this are pretty fun because you can die so quickly that you cannot not pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny when you die in this stage too, because when you get hit, you have the bobsleigh that just continues the paths. Like it doesn't even know there's not a Kong anymore, and then they cry on the ground. Unfortunately, I mean, you might see it in the run. I mean, if everything goes well from there on, you will not see it. But Kitty, when Kitty dies, he cries very hard.
Oh.
And like I remember when I was young and playing the game, I was like, it was bothering me a little bit. So if I was to die, I wanted to die with Dixie most of the time. So I was switching to Kitty at first, and then it's but it's one of those games that came out a little bit late, in my opinion.
Yeah, it came out after the 64 came
Yeah,
out,
exactly. So it came out like a little bit under the radar, I guess, and people weren't playing it as much.
It could have been worse. They could have made a game where they merge Kitty crying with Mario in Yoshi Island.
That would have been great. I don't know what you're talking about. That would have been great.
Oh, Mario is crying in Yoshi Island, baby Mario. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
I have a question for you guys. Have you ever saw someone cut a tree like that? From down to up?
The lumberjack's linked to the best.
Yeah,
Makes sense. That's legit.
that's the lore of this stage, I guess now.
Yeah. You get a tree like that at home, and people will be like, "All right, that'll be $40,000, please." I don't know. I quite enjoy the look of it, however. But yeah, it's made for platforming. It's like not Baron K. Rollenstein.
Carol Einstein.
Yeah, K. Rollenstein is the boss in this game, and probably just went ahead at une pépinière, I don't know the word for it in English, and said, "All right, cut the trees like that." And they're like, "What?" Yeah, because I want them to rise up, right? But don't you want them to not rise up?
Other thing surprising is look at how big this tree is.
Yeah, it's quite far.
Very tall.
Yeah.
Yep. And you'll notice actually that Samek at some point is going to be going up super fast because the trees are actually loaded up quite far at the top here. And therefore he's able to skip a couple of things a little bit faster than usual. And he's going to want to do so because a little bit later on, he's going to want to avoid the DK barrel that's going to spawn. It actually spawns later than the tree itself. So what you do is that you rise up super fast so that you can get past the platforms and miss the DK barrel in the process. So that's what he's going to do right here. Oh, well, actually, no, wait, he already did that. I don't remember the game anymore. And there you go. We got to the end. One scary stage here because Samek is going to do something that he says I cannot do myself, which is very bold to say to a master, but... Oh, and he's right. I cannot do that. Good stuff. That's quite hard to do. So with those crems, what you do is that once you roll into them, if they're facing you, there's a way for you to roll inside of them and still hit them by pressing the opposite direction right at the impact. And that's very tight. You have a couple of frames to do so, but it saves a couple of times in certain sections of the game. There's another one as well in the next stage. However, we're not going to be seeing it because it's a little bit harder to do with the lag and everything. Speaking of lag, the reason he was able to get there a little bit earlier before the TNT barrel is because Kitty is not there. So Kitty actually itself brings lag to the game. So normally we want to get rid of him as much as possible when we don't need him.
And in this game, it's pretty crazy how much the second Kong create lag. Like even in the other one it does, but this one is the worst.
Yeah, I know. It's a big baby. Gros bébé qui fait du lag. So once again, now we're not getting Kitty in because regardless, what's gonna happen is that once we'll be going to the boss phase, they always give you the other Kong if you don't have them. So we're just gonna avoid it here specifically, and because taking him would be a little bit slower than usual. So you might notice as well that the gravity is pretty low here. It's kind of the gimmick of this level specifically.
It's a pretty fun stage to do too.
Yep. The music is also very calm, right? You can take your time. Not in a speedrun for sure, but like in general. And he's taking the save barrel here.
Just in case.
Just in case. Wait.
Safe.
Wait.
Well, you're gonna have it. If you didn't took it, you would have failed it. That's always how it goes.
And now you can notice here, like we can go ahead with these bees, it doesn't matter, and we're going to stay approximately in the middle, which is going to make sure that we don't hit any bees at the top here. And we're going to do the same, a little bit more hard here, so it should be, there you go, that was quite easy. And from there, afterwards, just making sure that we don't get hit by bees, and we're going to reach the end afterwards where we're going to jump around a little bit with Tiny, that's not in the game, I'm in Dixie. Should be good to go.
Wrong game.
Wrong game, yeah. Been playing too much DK64 rando these days. And we're going to get rid of Dixie on purpose because we want to start with Kitty afterwards for...
Chaos.
Yeah, I guess you can pop. There you go. Quite impressive. And Chaos on the American version has the benefit of being able to team throw after landing on the head of Chaos. You lost time, by the way, there by skipping the text at the beginning.
Oh, seriously? Didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll explain to you afterwards. So normally, this stage, you have certain cycles that you have to go through, but what he's going to go for here is the one cycle Chaos, which should work. There you go.
Nice.
That should work, right? And basically, we're staying at the top here in a position that makes sure that we stay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, no!
I guess the timing, yeah. I had the perfect position there.
Yeah, he was at the perfect position there to complete it entirely. However, it's not too bad. It's still going to be done by 2 cycles by doing pretty much the exact same thing. But we wasted a little bit of time, but it's fine.
2 cycles is still really good, though.
Yeah, exactly. However, I did 1 cycle last time I did a run.
Okay, but that was like in 1997.
No. That would be quite impressive if it was in 1997.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop. Like, Sebek is a very good player, to be honest, and like, there's most stuff that he does that I couldn't even think of doing back then because I thought it was too crazy to do. So definitely have a very good player to showcase the run here. And now we're going to the World 4 of this game, which is a controversial topic indeed.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say...
I forgot to mention that Mechanos is World 3. I have to say it.
Mechanos is World 3. Yep, exactly.
Important topic.
My boys.
As you can see, it's quite controversial. But yeah, so in this case, both Dixie and Kitty swim in a little bit different manner. And generally, personally, I prefer to swim Kitty. There's like a better flow with the guy that I quite enjoy. I don't think it's necessarily faster to play with the guy, but in this case, I do feel like Kitty has been made for this level, contrary to Dixie. And
I wasn't sure.
yeah, indeed, c'est une lettre de l'alphabet. So what you need to do here normally is that you pace your swimming so that you land exactly at the bottom of the top so that you can go under the fish, which is a little bit faster. But, you know, it happens. And normally what you would have done here is that you would have done a switch. I believe he's still going to do it because, or maybe not, yeah. Yeah, there you go. He has to do the switch because he wants to be with Kitty for the next level as well.
Good stage, good stage. So, gonna have a next stage here that actually good music. I actually like it.
I also slept to that music multiple times. The waterfall one is quite amazing, and this stage is actually quite simple. I believe it's like one of those stages where I would recommend someone that wants to speedrun this game to start first. Because it teaches a lot about basic mechanics of the game without being too hard, and so you have to understand like all about like general platforming, how it works, but also how damage boosting works, and just general like playing around. Like this roll is like a small optimization that you can do as well to go a little bit faster. So if you start off, I would recommend start with that level, see if you like it, and then afterwards move on to the rest.
I'll also teach you how sleepy the ledge are in this game.
This one?
How sleepy the ledge are in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you go on the ledge, you might have noticed it a little bit early on, is that you can fall down the ledge quite easily. So it also teaches you about like the game platform boundaries that you can play with, which makes it fun. We jump here, and we're gonna do a small little jump. Or not? Okay, yeah, because you damage boost. In the Japanese version, it's a little bit different here. There's small differences between the Japanese and the English version in terms of beast positioning and a couple of tricks that works in one versus the others. But yeah, this one was one of them. And now the clasp level. This one is it's gonna be a little bit scary for Samek, but I firmly believe that they'll be able to do it. Once again, if we had Kitty here, this level would last 20 minutes. I swear. He creates so much lag at this level, hence the reason why we had to get rid of him earlier on. But that's a little bit scary because there's going to be a trick around the end of the level where you have to position yourself in front of Kremlin, and you have to roll and in sequence in 2 other Kremlins afterwards. in order to go super fast. And with that, all in the same time, you have to avoid the fish that's going to be at the bottom. So it could be quite scary if you're on the PB pace. So let's see how that goes.
It's pretty cool to see, though.
Yeah, and to execute it's actually pretty fun. So 1, 2, 3. That's a good start. And there you go. That was pretty good, yeah. Gros gars. Poursuite en tonneau, c'est ça?
Wait,
Yeah.
I hate this stage.
It's amazing. I love it. How can you hate this stage?
I don't know, it's just...
Beautiful.
I don't.
The colors are even better in this stage than the other ones.
It's just the fact that the barrel move with you in a... I don't know, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, the timings for the barrels are a little bit weird. Like, you do certain parts here. Okay, I understand what you did there, but there's a way to do it. Oh, you did it. All right, there you go. That was very tight, the window here. Normally you do it in three times, but now he was able to do it in 2, which is a little bit of a time save, but it's quite precise. And here we're going to, there you go. So it seems that Semek has his own pattern here to make sure that he goes properly. Another damage boost to reach the barrel at the end here with Kitty. And I'm not exactly sure what he does here. We'll find out in a second and I'll explain. Oh, okay. So I would have guessed that normally what he does is that he rolls with Kitty and jumps to the B so he can do the damage boost afterwards, but you can actually do it right afterward by going into the barrel itself instead. But not an easy jump to do, but it's fine.
Yeah, I jumped too late, so it didn't work.
Exactly. But it's fine because you don't waste that much time. Like, you might as well go for it because, you know, it's in the way.
It's better than falling down.
Yep, exactly. So now we have un poisson qui est vraiment, il a vraiment faim. Puis si tu le nourris pas, ben il t'attaque. So this guy is, you have to feed him periodically in order to not get bitten by it. He has 3 phases before biting you. So he goes from blue to purple to crimson. Not crimson, just...
No, it's like red, but not red
reddish?
yet. Yeah,
I guess we can say reddish
like
before
pale
going
red,
crimson.
pale red.
Yeah,
kinda.
exactly. And so now, like, as you can see, he's not really happy about it. It's like very normal. But if he was to wait a little bit more, he would be like this one. He's like,
Yeah.
no,
Like
I'm
pink.
not
We could say
happy.
pink.
You're close from getting eaten, my guy. And then you're like, okay, well, we're gonna make you eat a bunch of fishes on the way there. Very interesting because you don't have this mechanic elsewhere in other DKCs. You know, you can consider like the skeleton boss and not the skeleton boss, but the skeleton enemy in DKC 2 to be sort of the same pattern with this one. Yeah, there's sort of like a time management that you have to do here at the same time that you continue, which yeah, especially for casual play when you're trying to go for bonus, it could be a little bit scary to do so.
And sometimes he doesn't want to eat.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, sometimes you just you show a fish to the guy and he's like, nah. And you have to like move a little bit more and he's gonna make it happen. Normally you would want to jump over that barrel.
Yeah, I didn't over.
It's fine.
Also, there's a couple of times that Nebula just is stuck somewhere, so you're waiting for him to come back, or he's gonna come back angry and just instant kill you.
Exactly. Nibble being the fish itself that you just witnessed.
Also, this is the worst boss ever created.
No, it's amazing. La bouche!
Kill a water boss with water, yeah.
La bouche. On
La
l'aime
bouche
tellement.
dans le mur.
Ouais, it's a wall. The people at the board really had imagination there. And so there's 3 cycles here. Normally, the elephant can just take water from the waterfall itself and just shoot at the eyes when they appear. And there's a way that you can position yourself that you can shoot exactly as you did right there, which makes it a little bit faster. And it's going to be the last phase as well. Pretty much the same thing. 2 turns, a little bit faster this time, and he's going to position himself to do exactly the same thing. And off we go with the second part of the skis that we're going to install with Funky in just a second. And he's going to say something like, Top Mega Groove! So cool, this guy.
Funky is a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
In every game.
No. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
There's no game that he's not cool. Yeah.
No, he just have that swag.
Yeah. J'ai trouvé 2 skis. Top Mega Groove. J'ai maintenant tout ce qu'il faut. J'ai top ma dernière invention. I love it.
Turbo ski.
Turbo ski. Have you met my Russian friend?
No?
Michael Turbuski?
I was like, where is he going with
I'm hungry. Anyway, back to the game. So we're in Rope Rumpus. This level is quite beautiful to witness. So it showcases one thing that's particularly faster in DKC3 compared to DKC1 and DKC2 is that there's a way to come up the horizontal rope way faster than in any other games. So as you can see right here, he's going super fast to make sure to avoid those red barrels, because if they reach you, obviously you lose a con. Like
Didn't
so.
jump.
Yeah, he didn't jump. So yeah, the jump timing could be quite specific, especially between Kongs, because as you can see, Dixie can rise up super fast, and yeah, Kitty is a little bit, he has to pump the arms a little bit more. Yeah. So in that case, we'll have to avoid it. Normally with Dixie, we would be able to go super fast on the side. Quite a good timing, but it could be a little bit stressful if you're in a PBB phase. Oh! All right, we're good.
Oh my god.
Tu fais peur. And here we go.
Dixie rope climbing feels so good in this game.
I was so scared to actually die there because with Kitty climbing up is just terrible.
Yeah, gros bras demande gros jump.
Oui.
All right, here there's a way to actually lose both Kongs at the same time. I'm not sure if it happened to anyone here, but basically if you jump in the middle of a corner of a house, like exactly in the middle, you can actually lose both Kongs at the same time.
I've had it happen to me once. I feel like it's a rite of passage if you run this game.
Oh, I lost a world record run to that.
Yeah.
That's yeah, rite of passage is the good word for it. Yeah.
Jank video game.
You learn from that, and then you cry a little bit, and then you start another run.
That's speedrunning in a nutshell, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Why am I doing this?
It's like, oh, you lost your run. Nobody cares. Start another one.
Yeah, exactly. People in the
Just do the right inputs.
Yep. So pretty straightforward here. Once again, another auto scroller. Gotta make sure to jump over hills, just like in the other games as well. It's a little bit faster to jump over higher hills than to just take them normally. And now we'll reach one of my favorite levels. It's quite fast, and there's not a lot of stuff that happens. It's just like the tricks that you do to make it work. Just like the game feels like it's made for those tricks sometimes. Like everything falls into place when you do it properly.
Ledges again?
Yeah, the ledges again. But it's fine. This one is fine because you can always jump over it. Yeah. Nice. Even the roll in the barrel here is quite fun to execute. So normally you would have to rise up the level from the left and then come back and everything, but with very careful team trolls, we'll be able to rise up to almost the end of the stage from that barrel right here. So we do it once again here, and then we do another one on the right. And that was executed beautifully. Love it. And we're already at the end of the level. Feels very good when you execute that.
I hated this stage so much as a kid, actually.
You did?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Once again, I'm gonna say that to every waterfall stages, by the way. It's not a secret, but yeah. What did you hate about it?
I don't know, pretty much it's in the winter world, and I was like, oh, winter stage, and then this.
There's also waterfalls in the Alpines, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Here we go. Oh, we missed it. So something quite different that we can see from the spider in DKC3, apart from DKC2, is that in DKC2 you have to press both L and R approximately at the same time in order to land on the platform. But in this game it's a little bit different. You have to delay the second hit a little bit more. And here this is damage boost that's completely voluntary. Not voluntary, I'm sorry. On purpose. There you go. And I mean, normally it helps you get the boost, but you'll see him actually go into the strawberry Nesquik a couple times more to make sure that he gets there as fast as possible. That's basically it, right? Like it looked like strawberry.
Strawberry milkshake, yeah.
Yeah, strawberry milkshake. The Nesquik. We're not sponsored, by the way. I guess I have to specify that. And we're almost done. We only have one Kong left, so we got to land in the middle of those. I forgot to mention that, but if you land in the middle of the pools, you don't get hit. So, precise thing to do, and we finish with Dixie, which is exactly what we want. Good stuff. And then Lemguins, Lemguins. It's these guys are the bane of DQ3 speedrunners.
They are cute.
They are cute indeed, but we hate them. So they can be in your way, like very badly. And if you want to get optimal, generally you'll make patterns that you want to optimize your roll so that you can roll directly into them. It doesn't happen all the time, however, but yeah, they can ruin your run very easily. But they're cute though. As you
They
said.
just want to slide and have fun, and you just kill them.
Yep. No, we gently push them in the unalignment.
That's a way to say it.
Exactly. I would say you can just see it as someone that finished its journey. But anyway, yeah. So in that case, as you can see, you can roll in them, and Samek is going to take it a little bit more safely here. Normally, there's a way that you can roll into them, but it's a little bit more risky. And if obviously you die there, you had to come back. And now we're going to have to fight Bleak.
No skips.
No skips this time, which is even more amazing. Sometimes it can be in a spot that's a little bit harder to hit. At the time, it's not too bad, so you can still hit again. Yeah, obviously this is like the part of the game here where people in the chat or in the crowd here are going to be welcome to do the ha 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 ha. Obviously you guys at home, maybe your mom will like enter the room at the same time and be like, what are you doing? But just keep at it. Just invite her to do the same thing. She'll understand. Don't worry about it. So very unique boss here. I quite enjoy it. Oh my god, you got unlucky.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, this one is fine. When Bleak goes exactly at the left corner here, unfortunately, we're not being able to hit it from there with the position that we had and the way that we throw the snowball. So it was kind of a bummer there, kind of a time loss just because of RNG. Again, the last one. There you go. Goodbye. It was fun.
I like how Dixie is just like this, yeah.
Once again, that's weird because you killed the snowman with snowballs, so it's...
Normally, wouldn't that make him stronger? There would be
guess.
more of him.
I don't know.
Unless the snow is not sticky. I don't know.
All right.
This level is, once again, very scary in PB base, especially when you're going for all the optimal strats. So you go super fast here. Oh no, you're not going for it, right? Okay.
Nah, because I got hit.
Yeah, I
by the way.
understand. There's
My
a way.
fault.
No, it's fine. There's a way here to bounce on the floor in a specific way that you can avoid the guy right there. It's a tackle that's quite easy to mess up. So since Samek lost a Kong at the beginning, we're going to be a little bit safer. There you go.
Stages can be pretty hard, but it's really fun.
Yeah,
You pull it up.
it feels so well, especially the section that you go diagonal here. You feel like a boss.
When I learned it, I was like, oh my god, this feels so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you die and you're like, this feels so bad.
Not it feels so bad. I am so bad. And yeah, we can skip it. It's quite a tight window here that we can do, and we use once again the damage boost that we got earlier on and the invisible frames that we use from that to go completely out of it. And now, as you can see, walls are optionals. There is a section here that you can go in, and you can avoid bees as well. And now we're taking our last damage boost, so we can finish with Dixie, jump on the little guy, and there you go.
Funny
I went
enough,
for it.
There you go. You're not cooler for doing so.
Baron.
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 He's fun. He's a cool guy.
All the beer, Oro.
I love when Kitty is on the telesiege there. He crosses it like he's like super comfortable. He's like,
Yeah, all the leg is just...
yeah, exactly. So another auto-scroller. However, I do believe that at one point, runners will be so good at this game that they will be going for the task strat.
I never saw the task strat for this one.
You can finish the level from the beginning because the entire level is, or almost the entire level is loaded up
Oh.
completely. so you can jump and avoid like stuff around. Not exactly sure how it could be done by a human yet, but I do believe that at some point someone's going to figure it out, and it's going to be like a requirement.
For sure. There is crazy thing done into it.
It's crazy. You look it up online, you'll see. But there's we're not obviously doing that because no human was able to execute it. But so in that case, we'll be writing the autoscroller.
Give it a bit. Someone will do it.
Exactly. Which is, by the way, would be a good time for donations or announcements at the moment if you want to. Ça serait un bon moment pour les annoncements, si vous voulez.
Actuellement, c'est quand même assez tranquille. Par contre, je vous rappelle que la mission pour laquelle on ramasse de l'argent aujourd'hui, c'est la Fondation des gardiens virtuels. Donc, les fonds que vous contribuez à ramasser en fin de semaine sont destinés à soutenir les travailleurs de rue numérique de la Fondation des gardiens virtuels, un programme innovant dans la francophonie qui vient en aide aux jeunes en ligne. Nos travailleurs de rue numérique offrent un soutien confidentiel et personnalisé en intervenant directement là où les jeunes passent leur temps, sur des plateformes comme Twitch, Discord et Kik. Pendant que les streamers sont en diffusion, alors c'est pour ça que vous donnez aujourd'hui. Et je vous rappelle que le raffle pour les pixel art de Messenger n'est pas encore terminé. Pour chaque don de 15 $, vous courez la chance de remporter un beau prix.
Donc oui, effectivement, donnez généreusement. Please donate for the cause. It's for the Virtual Guardian Foundation. And of course, every fund that you're donating goes to them in a certain way. So please donate accordingly. And you still have money left afterwards. Buy Void merch.
My man.
Are you? I sense a conflict of interest here.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Right.
You're in hot water now.
All right. I might lose my cachet. All right, so now that the auto-scroller level is done, we're going to be writing in guard here, which normally there's this light fishes that you need to hit in order to light up the level, but we speedrunners do not need light, nor deodorant, so... I'm sorry. we're just going to avoid the lights here. So by simply knowing where the level is, and also, you know, like for the people that just noticed, like you don't really need light to know exactly what happens to the level. Obviously, it helps if you're playing the game casually, but in our case, we pretty much know exactly where to go. And these guys that are clapping back and forth, if they are open when you run into them, you are able to destroy them. However, if they're entirely closed, you will lose a con.
So we have a donation?
Go ahead.
Le compte est bon with $10. Let's start the donation train. Choo-choo! For Super Metroid Fate of the Animals.
Let's go. Donation train, everyone. You can do this, guys. We're at $5,400. I believe we can reach $50,000 by the end of this run. Are you with me, guys? Since people don't trust me.
Yeah.
All right, so I lost Dixie here, so I can't do the puddle panic skip at the start. Just gonna go with Squawk, my friend.
You could also enter the level back and get Dixie.
Yeah, but
That's fine. So normally there's a way here to, with Dixie, to just avoid the parrot by rolling a specific way and going on the right. However, in that case, we'll be riding the parrot. But not for too long, because it's been a while since you've done it with the parrot, right?
oh yeah, I can tell you that.
Yep, that's you version for you, man.
I was about to say, look how happy Kitty seemed to be. He had the big smile.
U version in this level, like the birds are positioned like at the top and at the bottom. On the Japanese version, they're all in the middle, so they're a little bit easier to fight here. Oh, la panique. Should be fine, however.
You know what? I'm
just
waiting here.
Yeah,
I'm
good idea, good idea. Wait a little bit here as well, and then we're gonna switch to Kitty, or maybe not. I don't know.
Later.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea because you have to wait for it. Yeah. And then when we use Didi's bounce on the wall technique, to mess it up and do something different.
Yeah.
But so a mechanic that you have in the game that's absolutely completely intended would be to use Kitty's body to bounce in the water multiple times, which in some part of the game are required to reach bonuses in a casual manner, I would say.
Technically, you can do all of them without.
I mean, the intended way of the developers. And now we're going for the 2-1 jump here to reach the top very faster. It can take a while because it's a very hard trick to pull off, so hopefully you'll be able to get it at some point. He loves that chord.
Yeah, so the 2-1 jump in this game is essentially 2 frame-perfect tricks in a row. In DKC2, it's a 1-frame trick into a 2-frame trick, but in this game, it's a 1-frame into a 1-frame.
Yeah, quite hard. And as we stated earlier, there was a boss, Chaos, that we thought that if you want to do the cast strats, you would need to execute that precisely 6 times in a row. And as you can see right now, we're having a little bit struggle trying to execute it once, which is totally normal, by the way. It's, oh, so he's, yeah, I think he's doing it again, like trying to reset his mind.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Prends ton temps.
Prends ton temps, mais fais ça vite.
Peux-tu prendre un 2 minutes? Veux-tu que je vienne la faire?
You know what?
No, 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 come back, come back. No, no, do it. You can't do it, I trust in you.
Okay, I keep going.
Yeah, cheer up, he's gonna be able to do it, don't worry about it.
Voyons.
Are you confusing buttons?
Yeah, I
Take your time, you'll do it.
don't know what's going on.
We have so much time left, you're fine.
I think it never took me that long before. Thanks for believing, gamers.
Congrats on first try.
Hell yeah.
The 50th first try, it's always how that works.
It's always a first somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Il est passé midi toujours quelque part. Faut que j'arrête. J'ai faim.
You hungry, right?
Yeah, I am hungry.
All right, we out. We
Yeah,
out.
we're out. All right, that was good. Once again, give it up. Not an easy trick to pull off. And now we have to fight Barbos. A very interesting boss to fight because there's a way to skip certain cycles by going inside of it in the second phase. However, the way that the spike balls here are located are completely RNG. Oh my god, that's a 7-1. Yeah. So
That's like the worst RNG you
yeah,
can
that's
have.
the worst RNG there. It's normally if they're located on, like on the right or the left side, you can just fight them a little bit earlier on. And there's like a very specific position that you need to be in order to just be inside. You can still do it. There you
Nice.
go. So even though we lost a Kong, we're still able to do the cycle a little bit faster. And now he sort of has to be careful to make sure that he doesn't run into Barbos, but it should be fine. And here we go. And then we
Very
put
nice.
up at the bottom. And there you go. Nice boss fight.
Despite of the RNG we got, that was a good fight.
Yep. Fun fact here, don't press B when you finish a level because you wouldn't re-enter the level again. And once again, miss a world record.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that only happens once.
Okay, but you don't do that again.
Yeah.
You deposit the controller or something.
Yeah, deposit.
Deposit, yeah, like in the bank account, right?
Yeah, of course. That's what I was talking about.
All right, so right now we're gonna do the level mainly with Dixie here. A lot of fun platforming that you can use with those automatically rolling ropes. And the way that we're going to be able to do it is that at some point we're gonna do a damage boost, which is gonna let us go through a couple of different Bs at the same time. Everything is calculated, obviously, to be as fast as possible. Hence, speedrunning, I know. But yeah, there you go. So far, so good. Those green barrels here can be quite painful sometimes. If they are hitting you, this could lead to trouble. That part was not particularly easy, so good stuff on that one. Then we're gonna wait a little bit.
Oh, that's
yeah,
okay.
that's the float, but
I have a
regardless, you
backup.
should be able to do it properly. But yeah, he's doing it that way instead, like a baby, but it's fine.
It works.
It works. You're right, it works, it works. Good stuff.
As long as it works.
Yeah. This one is pretty much RNG hell. So there are these ghost barrels that will appear in the level, and some of them you will have to get inside of them, but they will be rotating like so. Yeah, that's the worst one.
25.
It's starting pretty bad. So like either or not there will be positioned in the right position at the beginning is going to be random. So you might get a good cycle, you might not get a good cycle, but to be honest, for top players, this is one of the hardest levels to play in because basically it's the game telling you if you have a PB or not. This one was not easy to get like super fast. Oh, that was good. Yeah, good reaction. We flowed just over a hit here, so we avoided. And there's going to be a couple of different ones afterward that want to be making sure that we get in the proper manner, like this one. All right, the cycle is not too bad at the moment. There were some bad ones at the beginning, but now we're not so bad. But yeah, the last one that we're going to be taking is going to be one of the most important ones that we need to get in the proper manner, because you can easily lose about 10 seconds there if you get a really bad cycle. There we go, second one. And then we take the barrel right here, and we're gonna hope for a good cycle here. Yeah, it's a bad one, but it's I would say it's mid, to be honest. Like there were some bad ones. Like if, for example, the good phase was on like the first one, you have to wait like another cycle, and then you hope that it's the first one afterwards and everything. So it's quite scary. Lightning, look out. Ou tous aux abris.
Tous aux abris.
Très belle traduction. Ouais. Parce que tu sais, tout le monde sait que lightning, ça veut dire abri. Et this level is quite scary, even for casual players, but especially for speedrunners. Like there's this lightning that's following you and is adapting to your speed in terms of what you're doing. So what we're gonna do throughout the entire level is making sure that we use damage boost in our advantage, because once Kong dies, what's gonna happen is that the lightning is going to stop for maybe a second or two. Oh, scary. And so right now you stop for like about 3 seconds, and then the lightning pops again. So you can pretty much like predict some cycles with that, making sure that everything is good. And here it was a good thing that he waited a little bit, because if the lightning hits the water, everything in the water is going to be shocked. So if you were in the water at the same time, it's going to shock you. Shocking, right? And then we have this really neat, amazing jump that's going up. So let's see if it works. Oh! Oh! I mean, the lightning was a little bit right there. I knew it was not going to hit him, but that was super close. Good stuff. All right, this level is pretty fun as well. These guys love to push you around. Unfortunately, though, there are some part of the levels where they're not positioned in the like very easy spots to play with, so we'll have to wait for them a little bit before jumping on them and reaching the parts that we need to. But the rest of the level is basically just like general maneuvering of like being good at platforming in general. So yeah.
I wonder if those are just DK Coin that got downscaled in their job.
Maybe so. Like all the ones that like were fired or something, or like demoted. You've been promoted to customer, maybe, I guess.
Like you're not good enough to be a DK Coin, but you can do that.
And there's this guy with a DK coin there. You can surely know that after their shift, this guy is getting trolled. Like there's like 50 of them versus one. As easy as that. He makes it look easy, man. And now we've reached one of the last, I mean, this is the last level of the, before reaching Baron Kirol inside. You don't notice it while you're watching at the moment, but this purple haze, what it does is that first it's a good song, but also...
Yeah.
That's also the first thing I thought about. So.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, secondly, the controls are reversed for the left and the right. So pressing left makes you go right, pressing right makes you go left. And this one was pretty scary as well. There's like this small gap that you have to go to in order to get not get hit by the fishes, and that was done beautifully. Anything happens here? And yeah, so the whole challenge of the level, which is the reason why it's last, is that the controls are reversed, right? But once you get used to it, it's not that bad. You just have to wire up your brain about it, and the rest just flows.
I remember seeing people as a kid would just hold the controller reversed.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good tactic.
Yeah.
I have a friend that always plays with the controller reverse because when he was young, the first game he played was Dr. Mario, and his mom gave him the controller the other way, and he didn't know.
Oh.
So he just started playing that way, and that's how he played. Like he plays Smash that way with the controller in reverse. Yeah, that's crazy. On voulait pas le baril. So I'm not exactly sure what happens there because that's the first time I've seen any runner do that.
What? I got bounced forward.
Yeah, that's what it does when you throw the barrel, or yeah, I guess.
That's a first.
You deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. I have to wait now.
Yeah. You know what it does? Should be fine, right? There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the DK barrel after that anyway.
Yeah. Are you able to get the reverse thing here?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Should work.
He's gonna be a little bit in the way because of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it moves and I'm gonna try to place myself.
Yeah, there's a place that you can go so that
Maybe?
he switches around.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go, yeah. So basically there's a cutscene here that normally you talk to Baron Tyrollenstein, and the way that he was positioned, normally the game like puts you back into the spot so you can look properly at the right position, but since he was at a specific position there, they turn Dixie around, and it doesn't do the input to turn it back around, so it's pretty fun to use. It doesn't waste any time or save any time whatsoever, it's just fun. Dixie, t'es-tu correct? Ça va? On est plus des années 80.
A good RNG there. I think it's RNG when K-Rool
It is
is
RNG.
landing very
It
close
is,
to the
yeah.
ground.
Yep, it is RNG. I'm not sure if someone lost a world record because of that.
Probably not.
The game's optimized, believe me, but not.
Not to this extent.
Yeah, not to this extent. Exactly.
This is not SMB1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At least SMB1 doesn't have like RNG factor into it. Oh well, no, that's not true. There's a lot of them, but like, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it's mostly about performance. So, Tyrollenstein, so there's going to be a lightning at the bottom for quite a while, and once that's completed, there's going to be another phase where Carol is going to drop some barrels as well, and you have to make sure that you go down, get the barrel before the lightning pops up back again. And that would be the last cycle of Carol, and that would also mean that once Semek retrieves the bonus screen that's going to pop up of the place here, that is going to be the time. So I'm going to give you the count because he doesn't get the coin immediately, so I'm going to tell you exactly when it's going to be. And it's going to be time! Super underestimate. Good job, guys. Meg, that was quite a run. I want everyone in the crowd and in the chat to give it once again for rockjmt, Void, and Semek for doing amazing run of this amazing trilogy, Donkey Kong Country. Give it up once again for them.
GG, guys.
Gros GG!
Oh, GG les gens. Donc, merci beaucoup mes beaux humains pour cette belle course. Comme nous manquons malheureusement de temps, nous enchaînons à l'instant avec Super Castlevania 4 et D&D Net 21. À tout de suite.